My name is Jeanell Coyne, and I'm with Friends for Learning. I'm the vice president.
And I'm Gretchen. I'm the curriculum chair, and that means that I gather up classes with the help of a big committee to bring classes to seniors in the Idaho Falls area.
Friends for Learning is an organization for those over 50 who love to learn. We go to classes to learn everything from about local events to why people have dry eyes. We also have art classes, and we have groups that go hiking, walking around the Greenbelt, and exploring on field trips.
This is the Senior Living Podcast by East Idaho Aging Events and Education in collaboration with Senior Solutions.
So tell me, why should people join Friends for Learning?
Friends for Learning will expand your mind. It gives you socialization. It's an out to get out of the house and keep going.
I've had so many people tell me that the reason they've joined it is to meet new friends. They've just moved to the area, for example. They don't know other seniors, and it's a perfect way to get to meet new people. I've met so many new people in this organization. It's been a lot of fun.
And it separates who might be interested in the same thing you're interested in. Mm-hmm. So you can zero in on friends.
Is it challenging when you get older to kind of find the same social circles? Like, does this help just create a bunch of friends and a bunch of connections that would be a little trickier to find than when you were younger?
Yeah, totally. I think as a youth, you're meeting people through school, church, neighborhood, and as you age, it can be a little bit different. And so finding other people who like to do art, for example, like you do, or like to snowshoe, like Jeanell does. I do too. It's just a great way to get to meet different people from a wide range.
So it helps you kind of build a sense of community and find people that are like-minded.
Yes, I always learn something from somebody when I go to a class, or we have women's luncheons. We have men's luncheons once a month. And if I just listen to their experiences, because these are people that like to get out and do, that I can glean from and put on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And part of the question, what is the cost, or how do you sign up for Friends for Learning?
So the registration is the beginning of each semester. So in August and in January, it's an online registration, although we offer help for people who need maybe don't know how to work their computer well enough. They can come in and we'll go through the registration with them. It is $25 per person plus a parking pass. So if you're going to be at the Idaho State University campus in Idaho Falls, there is a fee for that. So that's an extra $7.50.
Yes, you'll get a parking pass so that they won't give you a ticket.
Good. We don't want that.
We do have a website that you can go to, several ways to get to it, but the easiest is to go to friendsforlearning, all run together.com, and that will get you to our main website where we have registration, our catalog with the 80 some odd classes that we'll be offering in the fall, and all sorts of great information. Many of our classes are on the ISU campus, but we do have classes and tours that we do all over the community, and that's one of my favorite parts, is getting to go to a business or the zoo or the museum, or just there's all sorts of cool places to go visit. So we get out and see what the community is doing and learn from them.
What are the registration deadlines throughout the year that people need to be mindful of?
So the fall registration is in August, and this year it'll be August 10th. In the spring semester, it will be in January, like the first week into January.
Wonderful. Can you guys tell me, you've done a great job explaining, what Friends for Learning is, but can you help us understand kind of how the organization started, why it started, and kind of how it's evolved over time?
In 2004, a group from the Idaho National Laboratory, retirees, heard about a group that did these classes in Pocatello and thought, why don't we start one in Idaho Falls? And so they got together, and there were also some retired teachers, and and they started asking business people to come and share what they do. And it grew, and it grew, and we have approximately 400 on our roster now.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. So is kind of what the goals is just to stay connected, stay informed, and just have that sense of community, or
and stay active. Keep your brain thinking, learning new things. That's, I think, really the key is keeping your brain learning. That's why we're friends of learning. And I think that's really super. We do this by offering classes on a wide range of topics, from art classes that you already mentioned, all the way through history classes, music, you name it. I've done a couple of classes on trips that I've done to a canoe trip to Lee Lake, a trip to New Zealand. It's very popular to get to hear other people's travel experiences. That's been a lot of fun, and it inspires other people to do the same.
It's really neat because it's a pure motive. None of you guys are getting paid to promote this class. I mean,
Nope.
the registration fees and stuff is just to cover
Our
the
expenses.
parking and expenses. But if you're sharing it, it means you're passionate about it.
Definitely.
And it's sincere. Obviously there's a place for businesses, but I love that you guys are truly connecting over shared passions.
Yes, our instructors are not paid, but they are professional in what they do. There's other volunteer opportunities that just to help in any way. So no matter who you are, there's a spot for you in Friends for Learning.
So like if I, looked at the catalog and had an interest in a particular subject, if I was 50 plus, I could sign up to teach a class, or say, hey, could we talk about maybe an excursion?
You don't have to be 50 to teach a class.
Okay,
so if you have a topic that you know about, we would love to have you come teach for us.
Wonderful.
And
so it can be a business, it can be 50 plus, just what are you passionate about?
Yep.
How would it help us live better lives, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me give you a couple of examples of some of our teachers. We have a teacher from College of Southern Idaho in Twin Falls. I think I got that right. He is also an internet instructor, so he does classes on YouTube. He's really great. Geology instructor. He's going to come up and give us a class. So we have teachers from all over. I have a friend from, I retired from the INL. He's going to be coming in and doing a cybersecurity class for seniors for us. Michael Coates comes and teaches for us quite often. Yeah, we have a lot of just everybody. We have Lisa Burtonshaw is doing a presentation. We have the councilman do presentations. Jim Francis does presentations. Lexi French. The list goes on and on.
And we have magicians doing classes.
That is
We're having a card magic.
His first magic class.
So there
was
really is a
popular.
wide variety. If you sign up for the registration, obviously come to many classes you want, but you can kind of pick and choose. I mean, how many classes would you, or experiences would you estimate over the course of a semester?
We have a total of 80 classes this fall. Yeah. And that's because I keep getting carried away and it's like, let's have more cool classes. You can sign up for all of them with the caveat that there are some classes that are smaller. They're more intimate. And so, no, you can't really take all of them, but you can sure try.
Right. So would you guys be willing to share about yourselves personally, and then also how you came to be involved with Friends for Learning?
Well, my name is Gretchen Oblenis. I'm the curriculum chair for Friends for Learning. And honestly, I cannot remember how I got involved in Friends for Learning. But I can tell you I've lived in Idaho Falls since '83. Grew up in the Midwest and moved out here to be in the mountains. Worked for the INL for a bazillion years. And one of the things I really enjoyed about my job at the INL, besides being a computer nerd, was when I got to present to people. I like teaching. So when I retired, I got involved with Friends for Learning so I could teach classes. And I've really enjoyed teaching computer nerd type classes, how to use your cell phone, because everyone has questions, and using your computer. So that's been a lot of fun for me. But I'm also an artist, so I enjoy a lot of the art classes that we offer.
We'll let you.
Okay. My name is Jeanell Coyne, and I came to Idaho Falls in 1976 and got married in 1978, and I grew up in Federal Way, Washington, between Seattle and Tacoma. And I did not like it here. I missed the trees.
Didn't like how brown it was?
I didn't like how brown it was, the lack of rain even. I missed everything.
You missed the mist.
I missed the mist.
Hey, I like
exactly. And the winters seem so long. And unfortunately, it took me about 20 years to embrace each season. And when I embraced each season and could do something outside, I began to love it here. And so when I began cross-country skiing, I could see the beauty of the mountains and the peace and quiet of the snow. And it was so nice when I retired, because sometimes it's hard to find people that like to do what you like to do, and hike. Because my husband, because of health reasons, is not able to. And so I couldn't just get out for my mental health like I wanted to. But Friends for Learning has a group of hikers.
And snowshoers.
And they have a group of snowshoers and a group of cross-country skiers. So I can have people to do things with, so that I can see the beauty of it. And it's been absolutely...
Because it's usually not fun to do things by yourself. It's nice to have others to share it with, right?
Yes, and it's not safe to hike by yourself, or, even cross-country unless you go to a golf course, and then it's not as fun as to have somebody to share it with. And so Friends for Learning filled a huge gap for me.
Yeah.
And you kind of mentioned a little bit, but what made you decide, you kind of heard about it and your husband was struggling with his health and you wanted to make more memories and stuff? Yes,
my co-worker, the teacher that taught with me, she would tell me what her mother was doing. Her mother was retired, and she was a member of Friends for Learning. And she'd go hiking and do that. And I just thought, wow, that is so cool to be so active.
And I hopefully you'd agree with this, but as human beings, it's not always easy to put yourself out there and make an activity happen, right? It's helpful to have a framework where you all come to a mutual thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm guessing, when we grow up, there's a lot of those frameworks that are already built, but when you retire, there's not as many. And so you're either really put yourself out there, or you come to Friends for Learning and they create the ecosystem that you can all connect together, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, I'm in charge of the cross-country ski group. And I know that there's several different levels of people, and we're all retired, so we're older. And so we try to, start out maybe at the golf courses with lessons. And then we have some activities that are more advanced. But usually most of them, the advanced ones can go on, and the ones just starting out, there's other people with you that you're not left, we don't leave anybody.
So there's usually always someone your same
ability level,
mm-hmm. whether that's an educational activity or that's an engaging activity,
that's
physical.
A good way to put it. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then you mentioned, I guess I'm going off script a little bit, but you have a lot of teachers and a lot of people from the INL, but really it's anybody that wants to keep learning and to keep engaging with other people that are a similar age, right? It's not like if I didn't work at the INL or a teacher, it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter. And like I was saying, for the volunteer group and for the walking, you have something to offer. Everybody has something to offer, life experiences that other people haven't had. And everybody is important.
So your life doesn't have to end when you're retired. I mean, I joke with that, but some seniors, if they don't have a plan after they're retired, I've had some people really bemoan the fact, like, what's my purpose now, or what's... And so I feel like for many people, this could be a great purpose for them because it's kind of multifaceted, right? It's educational, it's engagement. It seems like just a really good way to just be active and involved.
Yes, and you can be as busy as you want.
Yes.
You can take one class a semester or 5 classes for the semester. And there's no tests, there's no, something you have to pass. You go and enjoy and glean what you can learn. We also have a lot of classes specifically for seniors.
We have a safety protection class. We have
hearing loss.
Yeah, hearing loss.
Dry eyes, Alzheimer's. Things of interest that you might not want to go talk to somebody about, but if you see a class, I can go learn from there.
One other thing I'd like to ask in terms of classes, and we could talk for a long time about each class, but is there a class that maybe you're most excited about at the moment or is top of mind that would just be a fun, just something a class you're really passionate about that we could just get a taste of one of the classes or one of the events?
Do you have one? Because I have like 6. Being the curriculum chair, I see all the different subjects and I'm like, I want to attend that one. This is just interesting. We have a lady who immigrated from the Netherlands to the United States. I'm really curious to hear what she has to say about, the differences in coming to the country.
And is it open format? Like they'll share some things, but you can ask specific questions like, what was it like when you first came to America? Or you're really curious, right?
So that's a good question of what's the format of most classes. And most of the classes, you'll come in and your instructor will have slides and they'll have a talk that they want to give. But almost all of them are like questions, bring them on, and you can ask questions during the class or at the end. I usually schedule classes a little bit longer in case there are a lot of questions. So yes, you could certainly ask all sorts of questions. It's one presentation we had is from a gentleman who works at the INL talking about rocket science. He used to be a rocket scientist, and he did the coolest presentation about how rockets work and actually did a little demo at the end of the class lighting off a rocket. It was really fabulous. So if you ask me what's my favorite class, I can't do it. There are tons of them of different varieties that are just been fantastic. We had a music instructor come and he did a class on jazz that was fabulous, played his saxophone in the classroom, and I'm looking forward to learning about the 4-string banjo this semester.
Awesome.
I know nothing about it.
And I know you mentioned before the website's best place, but you have a catalog of all the classes.
Yes.
And so you can kind of see, I might be most interested in that. And then also, if I'm a senior and I wanted to add it, I guess if I was 50 plus, how would I go about saying, hey, could we have someone come speak about this? Or could we do this event? How does one submit a request?
You let me know or anyone on the curriculum team. There are about 10 of us on the committee. And we have a form that you can fill out that lists what the content of your presentation. So we'll get a course description, get the credentials from the person, and put it in our catalog, and off we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's super easy. We love varieties of classes.
Jeanell, can I put you on the spot? Is there maybe a class or event that just is top of mind for you or is maybe extra meaningful for you?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. One of them was the bear class. That's where I think I don't think there's more than 15 people. They go up to Yellowstone and spend a week in the Teddy Roosevelt cabins. And there is the instructor, Sydney Hoops. She has gone to Yellowstone for years. And she is in cahoots with the rangers, with the people in the know. And we went to places, and we have everybody
so you
gives
get the
a
secret off the record type of experience
absolutely,
because you know the right people.
Absolutely. And then she has us each give a little report, which she knows everything about. So if we stumble, she fills in the blanks. But I learned where to go to see the bears, and we got to see 4 wolves harass this buffalo herd, and Yellowstone will never be the same for me.
Right.
Because I know so much more about it.
You have just this neat memory that you shared with your friends that 99% of us will never experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
is that one that you do somewhat regularly, or that was kind of like, oh, we should give it a try? Or...
We do that one every summer.
Nice.
Sydney will teach that class for us.
And there's a wait list on
There's
that
a wait
one.
list?
Yeah,
it's a very popular class.
So my husband and I went 1 year, 2 years ago, and I didn't feel right to sign up again because there's so many that
want
want
to let someone have the opportunity.
Yes, so
some classes are constrained by space and other factors, but a lot of them can accommodate quite a few, right?
Oh, yes.
And if we have a class that has 100 in it with 50 on the wait list, we'll run that class again.
Okay.
Or get a
we'll
bigger
ask.
room, or there's all sorts of options.
So you liked the bear class? Was there, or the bear excursion? Is there another one that?
Well, another one that I really liked was to go tour the Melaleuca building and learn about that. I mean, it's a prevalent business here, and it was a way for me to do that, to learn about it. So I like that.
But really take the time to get to know the inner workings of behind the scenes things.
Yes.
'Cause a lot of us are generally aware about a lot of things, but where you really connect and engage a lot is if you get behind the scenes, right?
Yes.
I've got a weird example for that. I would have never thought I would have been interested in going on a tour of the sewage treatment plant.
Interesting. Well, that's not something you wake up every day saying, I want to go see that, right?
No, and it was fascinating. There was only one room that was particularly stinky, but for the most part, it was really fascinating to see the different processes that the sewage goes through to be cleaned up. So we try and find all sorts of interesting different things.
Well, I love how you guys try to mix it up, right? And just trying to not get static. And my mom, she's in her 70s. It's like she always wants to stay active and engaged. And like she says something to the effect of, don't let the old woman in, right? And the idea behind that is, I don't think it's necessarily what age you are. It's kind of like,
what age you are.
What functional age are you? Are you still engaging in life, you know? And obviously sometimes there's disabilities that get in the way of that, but like, you could have a 90-year-old that's super active and engaged and stuff. And so I love that you guys give opportunities for people to stay active and engaged in a framework where they can be connected, where they don't have to create everything themselves, because that would be daunting, right? To go try and find all those friends and all those resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some other things that we do is we have card games, pinochle and hand and foot, pickleball. I've already mentioned a lot of different tours.
Yoga.
Zumba.
Different exercise classes.
Yeah.
Really just making memories in a lot of variety of ways.
Yeah. So I'd really encourage anybody who's even slightly interested, come check us out. Register by going to friendsforlearning.com. We also have a Facebook page, so if you search for Friends for Learning Idaho Falls, if you don't join, you can at least check out what we've been up to on a regular basis. We try to post some of our classes, so you can check that out.
And just reach out, because we're happy to answer questions and meet you at the door type of thing, so that you don't have to be afraid. Sit with you.
So if you're interested but still have questions, we do have a phone number you could call. It is 208-282-3372. This is going to get you to the ISU office, and you just tell them you're interested in Friends for Learning, or just FFL for short, and they can help you out.